Well, welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to some more Fan Fridays, and it looks like we have the ultimate NFE showdown. Honestly, this isn't, but let's watch it. That's really all I have. Like, I don't know what's going on, guys. You know, every once in a while, we see an NFE Pokemon or an NFE team take down just legendaries or a crazy competitive Pokemon team, but this is something different. This is a 6v6 full-on, not fully evolved Pokemon team, and it's just going to be a crazy showdown. So let's see how they play in their own environment. Kicking it off with that Eviolite Flaaffy. I want to see that in, like, just not against, like, other Pokemon that are fully evolved, you know? But the Cotton Guard comes in, and the tankiness goes wild. That's a drastic boost, and things are about to get pretty crazy. And then gets the outspeed into another Cotton Guard, and just like that, +6 on the Flappy. Is it actually better to use Flappy over Ampharos with a Cotton Guard? Have we seen, for some reason, like, Eviolite Flaaffy, has that happened before on Fan Fridays? Or, like, is that a thing? So there we go. We're going to use that charge to gain special defense, and you can do it. Like, I recommended this as my main set for the Ampharos. That, you know, you just go Cotton Guard charge, and you get special defense, boost on your special attacks, or at least your next electric attack, and then things just go crazy from there. So yeah, you get charge boosted charge in the +1 after the +1 on the special defense. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be another charge, and it looks like when it comes down to NFE, I don't understand it, but I'm pretty sure that the minimize on the Grimer is something that's pretty annoying to get around. And then there's gonna be a disable in return. So yeah, it's gonna be a just infinite dodging right there. And we're gonna see when we can finally get it. Because, like, now there's enough stats. Now, this is one of those really weird trades where we get enough minimized to where the moves aren't gonna be landing onto the Grimer, but in return, Flappy got an absurd setup as well. The poison is unfortunate, but if this is anything like the sets I've recommended on the Ampharos, you just rest. Like, if you're +2 special defense and +2 2 Cotton Guards, you know, +6 defense, +2, +3 special defense, you can rest, tank hits, wake up, and then rest again if needed. Oh, the acid spray though. That's unfortunate, but it has no damage because Grimer doesn't do special attacks like that. Will harshly cause the special defense drop, which kind of sucks. So there's kind of like this weird play where you have to use charge to build up the special defenses so they don't get dropped to nothing from the acid spray. But then you also have to get into a position where you're using charge beam to get the damage. But even then, like, the acid spray, like, how much damage is it going to do at -6? 20? 30? It's enough to where if Flappy is sitting on that rest, it should be okay. Like, the poison is the most threatening thing. I was coming from the Poison Fang too. Poison Fang is Toxic Poison, right? Dude, I need to... No, that's Toxic Fang. Wait, no, it's Poison Fang, yeah. I would say, like, you have Sludge Bomb for the poison, 1 in 3 chance. You have the Gunk Shot for the poison. Disable, right, so you couldn't use that Charge Beam anyways because of Disable. But there's the Rest. And even if Rest gets disabled, it's not the end of the world. It should be fine. See, this is all over the place. The Poison Fang, actually Poison Fang's 50% chance by Toxic Poison, which does add up. Doesn't do damage, though. And then Static with the return. Dude, Flappy's Static actually sounds pretty solid as well. And it looks like this battle is just going to be a grind to break down the Grimer. And it is possible. Like, the Charge Beam can come through. So, yeah, there it is. There's the Disable on the rest, but eventually it becomes undisabled, and then there's not enough damage. Ooh, but going for the switch out right there, giving up all that minimize, because it can't do anything. Like, that'll PP out before anything gets done. And Flappy is going to wake up here pretty soon. But it already has tons of stuff going for it. And then the Dragon Pulse from the Charmander. How much damage does that go do onto the Flappy? It's a decent hit. That Acid Spray kind of making all those special defense boosts not really go anywhere. Life Orb on the Charmander, trying to do as much damage as it can, but Flappy's going to keep charging power because it can. And those stats are going to get pretty crazy. And I want to see how much the Charge Beam does. Because, like, against NFE, you know, it's not against, you know, just straight up ultimately tanky Pokemon. Flappy's going to keep using Charge, though. Paralysis is there. So yeah, that's another thing about the Static. Like, you just get tanky, and then they just try to beat on you, and then, oh, by the way, that's Paralysis. So now the Charge Beam finally gets a chance to land, and that's a lot more damage than I would expect out of a Charge Beam. Didn't get the +1, unfortunately, but with all those charges, or actually the charges don't stack, but, you know, we still have that 1.5 on stab, on a solid hit, and it looks like this Grimer is more of a physical tank. Does get those minimizes in there, but also Grimer doesn't really have any hard sustain. Like, that's one of the bigger issues about the Grimer and the Mach, is that, yeah, you can do a lot of cool things. You can get minimized, you can get curse all day long, but if you're not sitting on rest, if you're not sitting on anything for the sustain, it's kind of over. So that's going to be full paralysis right there. I would just try to remove the Grimer. I honestly wouldn't keep going for the charge. I would just wait till the charge beam comes through. But yeah, charge beam misses, paralysis happens, charge beam misses, doesn't get the paralysis again, minimize lands. You still have a 1 in 3 chance of landing, so I wouldn't mess around with those charges. Like I said, even with the acid spray being at an insane drop, unless he goes for a switch, but then yeah, a switch would really suck. So you have to kind of balance it. But again, if you're landing charge beams, that means they can't acid spray you. So going for another charge, I have no idea what the stats are on this Flaaffy. There's been so many boosts and so many drops. It's all over the place. So that's going to be the Poison Fang once again. Badly poisoned, yeah. It's 50% chance, and it starts getting pretty bad. But with that rest, Flaaffy will be okay, and that's what I like about the set. So you get completely walled by ground-type Pokemon. That's like the main, very unfortunate thing that happens, but get rid of those, you'll be okay. Flappy comes in with another charge! Seriously! I don't even know where that special defense is. Acid Spray comes through, so that's going to chunk it away. So yeah, just be better to go for the charge beam, have that chance to KO, and then the Acid Spray would have never been a thing, and then you're still at +1 special defense as opposed to where you are now. It looks like you just go for that charge beam, yeah. If it lands, awesome. If it misses, you're resting next turn anyways. And finally, the Grimer goes down. So can we just wrap it up? Can we get the instant sweep? You know, we actually starting to gain some stats on the charge beam. We're going to be asleep for a couple of turns, but it looks like we have enough other stats to where this shouldn't be the worst. Like, Charmander's going to come in. And even with Life Orb Flamethrower on the Charmander, we should be okay. Ancient Power. Okay, that's fancy. The Wild West of Pokemon, full NFE. Nope, doesn't get the +1 on everything. Flappy gets the rest, and they'll be okay. But yeah, even if it was Flamethrower, Flappy would easily survive it. And now it's at full health, and now there's no status, and now it's gonna be pretty hard. Oh, the Outrage though. So just kind of throwing out some damage. Yeah. Charmander's now going to get confused, can get hit with that static, and then is losing health to the Life Orb. All in exchange for 8 damage. So Outrage going to come through again. Like, crit wouldn't even... This Flaffy's too tanky. I actually want to see the stats of the Flaffy compared to the Ampharos. And I mean, technically, I could get away with doing that right now. So I'm going to get away with doing that right now. I don't know why I wasn't already doing this, because, like... We have an idea as to what's going on. Flaffy's going to be asleep for a couple of turns. Charmander's going to throw out some damage. Oh, it's a withdrawal. But then the next Pokemon comes in, and it's just going to try to throw out damage. Ralts. Okay, so we have Ralts in. Still trying to mix up for that special, but now we have so much charge, it doesn't matter. So that's the thing about the Grimer. The Grimer has no way around the Flaffy. Like, it's supposed to poison and then minimize stall and be, like, absurdly frustrating. But we didn't get it. Shadow Sneak, that's going to come through. The Shadow Sneak has nothing. Wait, did that even do damage? Like, jeez. Yeah, that's what happens when you hit the +6. Eviolite still got some bulk behind you. So Focus Sash survival, but now the special attacking snowball is real and keeps going for the charge, because why not? Alright, so now I have to keep an eye on this, because things are getting... Ooh, Ralts with that Destiny Bond. Now you gotta play out that Destiny Bond. Actually, it would have been better just KO the Ralts right there. So Flaffy can charge infinitely until the opponent decides to not Destiny Bond. And Memento. What? That would actually be like the craziest thing ever if that was a combo to where you could go Destiny Bond Memento and then KO the opponent off of that, but you can't. So that's an interesting little setup. Charmander's in. Flaffy has that charge once again. And now in the bottom something corner of your screen, I'm just going to have like the stats of the Flaffy and the Ampharos, and we can do a breakdown as to what's going on over here. Let's do bottom right, because that's like the least intrusive. So yeah, Life Orb's coming through. Charmander's paralyzed. Can't hit Flaffy for anything. So those are the stats of Flaffy. 70, 55, 60. And that's Charmander going down to a Charge Beam. And then we have the Ampharos right here. So Ampharos is going to be 90, 85, 90. Is Flappy like almost exactly as tanky? Actually, I think we need like damage calculations to really figure that one out. So I was trying to see if there was like raw numbers, but it doesn't look like there's a distinct advantage immediately. So that's something. So Dratini is going to Leer. That's just going to drop the defense. That's too little, far too late. Unless that's a Dragon Tail on the Dratini. You can't really do anything about that. Like, this is a weird thing because it was a link battle. So this is like an agreed upon NFE kind of setup thing. But the opponent not using Dragonair, just Dratini, not using Charmeleon, not using Kirlia, just like the basic lowest form. Has the Water Pulse. Confusion doesn't really matter. Even if Flaffy hits itself in Confusion, it's going against that +6. And this Flaffy is just, is wall, is hate. I'm gonna look up a damage calculation right now. Cause yeah, like this could just kind of show, you know, this is the motion. This is how you play the Ampharos. But at the same time, this is also how you could play the Flaffy. So Flaffy has blank set. That's interesting. 2v2. I guess we'll boost up its defense and then give a special defensive nature because that sounds about right. Flaffy with that charge beam, like it just like my one gripe is like, okay, spending just a little too much time setting up like way too many charges. I feel just take that aggro, you know, that the special attack will stay, and then you just kind of remove everything after that. So then we have charge beam on Dratini, good stuff, and soon I'll be able to show you guys the damage calculation. So Frogadier, there we go. Now we have a Pokemon that's second stage evolution. Boom, so I'll do that. Just gonna get that ready. And yeah, Flappy comes in. That charge beam though. That charge beam though, already done. Doesn't stand a chance. Too many stats. Gains a special attack on the KO. That's like the best feeling about the charge beam. The Fell Stinger has a similar effect. You know, just get that little bit in there for the fun of it. Then there's a Pikachu. Pikachu's got the Z move, bro. But that's gonna be resisted. That's gonna be a lot of stats. You know, Pikachu's trying. Pikachu looks angry. Pikachu wants the win, but it's not gonna happen. 10 million volt Thunderbolt. Rainbow, Shenanigan, Lightning. The face of just pure destruction. And Flaffy takes 6 damage. You see, like, it's so epic. Pikachu's so confident and nothing happened. And that's a Cotton Guard. See, this one, you just charge beam it. Just win the battle, man. Just win the battle. You don't have to end at +6 everything. It's okay. 2 damage from that quick attack. Oh, it's another charge. But like charge beam is good damage synergy. I have been saying that, but I just want to see the game end. 3 damage. Ooh, the damage rolls of this Pikachu are lit. Special defense won't go any higher. What's the point? Why would you do this? I mean, it was a full NFE team, and we only got to see the Flaffy too. We didn't get to see all the other NFE shenanigans. There's the charge beam. Is Pikachu a one-shot? Yes, it is. See, that could have ended turns ago. But Pikachu tried, nothing happened, and that's going to be the game right there. So let's transition over to some damage calculations. So I like actually using Abomasnow, even though it's like this the first alphabetical Pokemon and it comes up for damage calculations, because we have both special attacks and physical attacks. So we can see right here, Blizzard 81% to 96%, Earthquake is going to be 57% to 68%, and yeah, this is actually wait, I didn't give it the Eviolite. That's kind of an important item when we're doing this. So Eviolite drops it down 54% and then 38%. Everything else looks solid, and then I guess we just do the same thing on an Ampharos. So 54, 38. I guess I just have to do tank. 2v2, 2v2, defensive nature, 52, and then 40. So you take less from special attacks, or yeah, you take less from special attacks and more from physical attacks. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I guess Ampharos is technically better then, because you can run the leftovers. That way you just have sustain for a longer time. Or you can run the Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry is going to really help your setup initially, and I think that that could be as valuable or more valuable than the Eviolite, because, you know, you're taking the same damage with or without the Eviolite. So yeah, the Ampharos set is still pretty cool. And if you want to run the Flaaffy, looks like there's not really too much of a disadvantage against even fully evolved Pokemon. And if you can use it, if you can set up against the right thing, it's going to be good to go. So guys, enjoy the battle. Know it's a long one, know it's a bit stally, but there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you all have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one.